Hello, friends. I'm Kate, and welcome to Unwind Yoga. Tonight, we are going to start with a nervous system reset. So, for the interesting times that we're living in, we can get stuck in our sympathetic nervous system. So, we want to travel over to that parasympathetic nervous system. So, we're going to take the hands together and bring them palms together in front of the heart. And we're just going to gently to moderately push the hands into each other, activating the whole surface of both hands into each other. So we're just going to pause here, press into the hands, and I'm getting a saliva response. That's possible. You might almost feel like a sigh or some other kind of relaxation response. So that's something that you can practice when you don't need your hands to do something else, and just to have fun with it and to relax. So the first position that we're going to come into is a seated twist. So if you are uncomfortable sitting on the floor, you can do this in a chair. You're welcome to do that. Otherwise, we're going to get into that position. I'm sitting up on a folded blanket. You could also sit up on a block if you have one handy, or a pillow or a cushion. All right, so I'm just going to adjust this a little bit because it's kind of in a pile. All right, so we're going to bring one leg in front, and then you can cross over like this with that one leg. The other option is to bring this leg under and then cross that. So that's what I'm going to do for now. And then to come deeper into the twist, I'm going to bring, so this is my right leg crossing over. I have my left hand in front of my right knee, and my right hand is going to come behind. I'm going to turn and look towards that right shoulder. So we're not going to stay in each pose for very long tonight because I have a whole bunch, but we are going to do a lot of twisting. So that's what we're doing right now. So we're going to twist. And as we inhale, we're going to lengthen the spine. As we exhale, you can go a little deeper into the twist. And let's just go ahead and take one more breath here. And then we're going to unwind. And we're going to zip right on over to the other side. So again, if you want, you can be in a chair. You can keep one leg out. Whatever is the posture that works for you tonight. So I'm going to bring my left hand behind the spine now. Inhale, lift up the body. Exhale into the twist. And my shoulders just relaxed. Inhale, lifting. Exhale into the twist. Let's take one more full breath here. And then we'll come back and unwind. All right. So in between poses, we want to do a little counter pose. So I'm going to do that by coming back to a neutral spine. So I'm going to do some forward folds here. Coming off that little bolster there. So I'm going to inhale the arms up, exhale, fold forward, and you can keep your knees bent or straight, however that feels for you. And just 3 or so is good. Exhale down, inhale, come back up, and last one. And then inhale and back. Beautiful. All right, so our next pose is going to be a child's pose twist. So if you don't want to do the child's pose twist, you can just come into a child's pose while we're going to both sides. So we'll come up onto hands and knees. And we're going to bring the arm down and then come into your child's pose. So I have my left arm forward, my right arm is under. And you can rest your head on the floor. If it doesn't reach, you can bring a blanket. The other thing you can do is bring the knees out wider, coming down closer to the floor if that's comfortable. And let's take one more full breath on this side. And then we're going to come back up and then go to the other side. So we'll bring the arm under and then extending the forward arm out. And see, and bring the hips closer towards the heels if that's comfortable. And one more breath here. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come up to cat and cow. And we're going to do our counter pose. So that's going to be cat and cow. So we'll start with our inhale breath. We're going to inhale cow. Exhale cat. Inhale cow. And 3 or 4, maybe 5, depending on how it feels in your body or how long your breath is. See if you can slow the breath down just a little bit. Beautiful. All right, back to neutral. And then we're going to come back onto the back. So a couple of options here. If you want to take a break from twisting, you can come in and just bring your legs up on a bolster or on your chair. Let's see. It's okay there. All right, so down on the back, and we're going to do what they're calling a twisted roots. So we're just going to cross one leg over the other and bring both legs over to one side. Bring the arms out. I kind of like cactus arms for this. And you can either look straight up ahead, you can look the opposite way the knees are going, or the same direction, depending on how your neck feels. And we'll take a couple breaths here. And then when you're ready to come out, we're going to bring both knees up, uncross, and then going to the other side. Cross the legs over, and then we're going to drop the legs to the other side. You can do cactus arms or arms out in a T. And then again, any which direction you like with the neck. Beautiful. I'll take one more breath here. And then we're going to bring the knees back up. And then let's do our counter pose. So we bring the knees up into the chest. Exhale. Knees in. Inhale. Knees out. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to come back up again. So go nice and slow getting back up. I'm going to roll up for speed, but roll over onto your side and then sit up gently. And then we're going to come into deer pose. I love deer pose. All right, so we're going to bring both feet out in front and then both over to one side. So this is another twist with the legs in a slightly different position. And then, so this is my right knee. Take my left hand on the outside of my right knee, right hand behind. Inhale, lift up with the spine, exhale into the twist. And we'll just stay here, take a couple breaths. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. And something you can do if you have more time is pause the video and stay in the pose longer, if that's something that you have time for. Just make sure to do both sides evenly. All right, that feels good. So we're going to come back to center, bring the legs out in front, and then over towards the other side. So opposite hand, and then the other hand comes behind the spine. Inhale, lift, exhale, into the twist. Beautiful. All right, back to center. And then let's bring the knees. So the feet are going to be in the floor. We're going to walk the hands back behind us, and we're going to do windshield wipers with the knees. Beautiful. Okay. So next one, we're going to do, I heard it called a couple of different things. The next pose that we're going to do another one on our back with the legs slightly different than we did the last time. I think it's called, oh, I can't remember, cat tail maybe, or some star or some business like that. All right, so let's come back on the back again. And we're going to bring one leg straight, and we're going to bend the other knee out to the side, and then we're going to bend the second knee out to the side. So it's similar to that deer pose we just did. We're going to bring the arms out to a T, and then again, whichever way the neck feels best, we're going to turn the head that direction. And if you're feeling any tightness anywhere, send the breath. And then when you're ready, you're going to straighten the first leg, straighten the second leg, and then go to the other side. So we'll bend the knee the opposite way, and then the other knee the other way. Arms come out to the side again, and if you want to turn the head the opposite direction, you can. Or if that's not comfortable, leave it straight up or same direction. This isn't as much of a twist further up the body. And just take a couple breaths or so. Beautiful. And then we're going to straighten the first leg, and then the second leg. And then let's bring both feet into the mat. And let's do a couple of bridge poses for a little bit of a counter pose here. So inhale, lift the hips. Exhale. If you want to, you can add the arms. Inhale, arms and hips up. Exhale, back down. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. One more. Very nice. All right. Our next pose is going to be a, let's see, which time we got. All right, we're going to do two more here. So we're going to do a version of that child's pose twist that we did. We're going to do it with the knees and the hips in a slightly different position. So we'll start with tabletop, and the hips are going to stay where they are. And we're going to bring one arm under and the head down to the floor. So we kind of have a twisted puppy, or thread the needle. Very nice. Take one more breath here. And then push up and go the other side. You can extend, I forgot to extend the arm on the first side. So you can extend the arm towards the top of the mat if you like, or leave it where it is if it's more comfortable. And we'll take another breath or so. And then we're going to push back up. And let's do our cat and cow for our counter pose. Excellent. All right. So let's do, I'm going to do twisted dragon, and then we'll do legs up the wall. All right, so for our twisted dragon, we're going to come into a low lunge. You can come back to cat and cow. And I'm going to start with my right leg forward. And depending on how flexible your hips are, you can come down all the way down to the forearms. I'm going to stay up here. And I'm going to take same hand, same leg, and this is my twist. So my left hand on the floor, my right foot on the floor, right hand on the outside, turning and looking this way towards the back wall. Beautiful. All right, let's switch sides. Bring that hand down. We're going to switch legs. So I have my right hand down. My left hand's on the outside of my left leg. I'm going to turn and look towards the left and then towards that back wall. Beautiful. All right. We'll come on down out of that. And for our counter pose, we're going to do cat, cow, child's pose. Because that was very good for the hips. So let's kind of undo that a bit. So we'll start with cow. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, and then we'll go all the way down to child's pose. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, down. And one more for good luck. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent. All right, so let's get into our legs up the wall. I'm going to do it freestanding without a wall because I don't have to move anything. But you are welcome to put your legs up on a chair, up on a couch, do it up the wall, actually on a wall, or you can do it just in the air, like I'm going to do. So I like to have a little bit of a prop under the hips, and I'm also going to turn the light down a little bit so it's getting to be more cozy. All right, so I'm on the blanket. So I'm just elevating the hips just a little bit. I'm going to bring my feet and legs up towards the ceiling. And my legs are mostly straight. There's a little softness in the knees. My feet are relaxed. So then with the arms, a little bit. The arms are kind of out by the sides. And just coming into the breath. So you can pay attention to the breath or just let it go. Whatever is more relaxing for you. Sometimes if we're paying attention to something, it becomes a little bit stressful, but sometimes not. So noticing what feels best for you in the moment. And just kind of know that this is a great pose for reducing the effects of gravity, getting a little lymph drainage in here, maybe kind of giving the circulatory system a little break. And just take this time for you. Knowing that you don't have to do anything, you don't have to go anywhere. All you're doing is just being. If your legs are on an actual wall, if it's more comfortable, you can bring them out a little bit wider. Move them wherever it's the most comfortable. Let's take 3 to 5 more breaths here before we come down for a quick little Shavasana. Then when you're ready, coming down gently, and I'm just going to move the blanket out of the way. Legs come all the way straight, flat out. Arms out by my sides, whatever's comfortable. Palms up or palms down. And now it is time to let go of the breath. And let go of tension in the feet. Let go of tension in the legs. Let go of tension in the lower back. Let go of tension in the abdomen. Let go of tension in the ribs. Let go of tension in the shoulders and the shoulder blades. Let go of tension in the arms. Let go of tension in the hands. Let go of tension in the neck. And finally, let go of tension in the jaw. Know that the earth's gravity is holding you. The air around you is breathing you. Take the next few moments, and again, just be. You're welcome to stay in this position as long as you like, or simply tuck yourself into bed. Otherwise, when you're ready, we're going to wiggle fingers and toes. Maybe roll your head side to side. When you're ready, we're going to roll over onto one side or the other, using the lower arm kind of as a pillow for your head. Just take a couple breaths here to bring that breath back into the body. Using that upper arm to push up to a comfortable seated position. And hands together again for a namaste. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.